Hello, I'm Magidus Loizu, and this is
Anessa Benzar.
We, together with James Mackay, are the co-founders of PeTa. PeTa is a learner-based platform where anyone can share their art, poems, stories, song to a live audience. We host monthly open mics at a beautiful bar in the center of town called Clivi. These past couple of months with the worldwide pandemic and quarantine, we've been hosting weekly open mics online through Zoom. I love Zoom. We were so impressed with the quality of people's work during this time, we knew we had to share it with all of you. And here it is.
The usual rules of the open mic apply. You have 5 minutes to share what's in your heart in any language, as long as it is original work. Enjoy.
Our first reader tonight is the default Poetry Slam champion of Cyprus, Argyri Louizou. Over to you, Argyri.
Κλείς τα μάτια σου. Ανάσα. Άντε. Πέτα. I'm scared. No. That's a lie. I wish I was scared. I wish I had that newly found sense of my own mortality so that people could recognize that I too feel the same as them in this very moment. We could bond together in this time with turmoil. We will elevate our spirits by shouting from our balconies with invisible interlocking hands raised high above, challenging the gods themselves that we shall not go gently into the good night. We will endure, we will stand and fight together. Repeating watered down plagiaristic bullshit of the Hollywood rallying cry and echoing porous reassurance from all those seemingly never-ending conveyor belt influences. 5 ways to survive the pandemic. Number 1, I wish I was scared. You know what? I really wish I invested in Zoom before the pandemic. Hadn't even heard of this shit a couple of weeks ago. Now the entire planet is utilizing its benefits, mute button and all. Would have made the fucking fortune with that forethought, because it would have been great living in this social distancing Mark Zuckerberg dream of wet dream connectivity via social distancing. I could have spent my monetary gains on so much water on a bigger prison, more stuff to fill this self-isolation with. Another thought on the cuts. When in the future and how much will I be prepared to pay for just one touch from another human being? It won't come to that. When people hear about my incurable disease, how many steps back do they take? Do you even notice anymore? But now we're all in this together, supposedly. The future where it's entirely possible to never feel my father jokingly slap the back of my head when I least expect it, or my mother resting a palm right here, or that feel that almost choking embrace of my niece, nephew, godson, and goddaughter while they shout and giggle, Fio and Dada. For I say, breathe, Anasa, Ad, Beda. You see, it's a choice between fear and love. Don't worry, I'm not going to preach because I'm not a preacher. Just a middle-aged man who writes and speaks, well, not speaks, more like mumbles, and yet they still come, right? They come to listen, not just to share their power with compassion, so humbling, so revitalizing the subconscious projection of that we are in this together and you are not alone. And my phone buzzes again and again with updates of people around the world helping those in need of that most vulnerable, and those who are vulnerable send the beacon of thanks to those most at risk and need, that we are in this together and you are not alone. And that goodwill filters through my body with joyous hope, projecting tactile thoughts of my father's slap, my mother's touch, my lover's kiss, the words of my friends and the kindness of strangers, memories I keep and cherish right here always. I let go of control and my awareness wanders to the heavens in my mind's eye, remembering that in essence, when you get right down to it, we are on board a rounder spinning unstable rock, hurtling through the cold, harsh vacuum of space, powered by a dying nuclear star. A universe so large and vast that there is no up or down, only what's right here, right now. Oh, and it's infinite. How's that perspective? Ibesta, at anisa na mátια σου και κάμε κάτι σημαντικό. I open my eyes and I get the bread out of the oven because it's burning. Thank you.
Love that piece.
Bravo.
Thank you. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Elenita Georgiou. Elenita Georgiou is a person with a thirst and a passion for learning. She has a degree in music and a postgraduate in creative arts and education. She organizes interactive seminars for musical theater, creative writing, and holds performances, music, storytelling workshops in schools, museums, festivals, and in any place she has inspiration. Over to you, Elenita.
Every breath you take, you open the window. Is it mine or yours? The window, I mean. You see buildings come undressed, a thin cloak of mist unraveling around them. Some call this cloak the cold embrace of the morning. You felt this embrace before. You yearn for it at night. You pray it finds you in the morning. No matter if it is cold, it is after all an embrace. And it shows up, always late. All your fantasies fly like birds. They abandon you. You rub the eyes to make sure you are not dreaming. Are they mine or yours? The eyes, I mean. You walk down the street. Time is standing still. Everything is hazy. White cars don't get dirty. Brown doors stay unlocked. Cobblestone alleys don't hide couples from the pouring rain. The walls flanking the alleys no longer speak of passionate kisses under starry nights. Your thoughts rush down from your forehead to your mouth and back several times. You want to shout, but even this is forbidden. Is it? Is it? You want to dive deep into the village. You want to vanish. And I will go anywhere you take me. You are my guide and my guardian. Your thoughts long to manifest and walk down the road with you. You long for them to manifest, to stand by your side. Anyone hearing your thoughts would only hear breathing. But I know the truth. Your thoughts are prayers. They are love. They are curses. They are accusations. They are questions. They are laments. Even the wind paused to listen to your thoughts. Even the hungry birds paused their chirping to listen to your thoughts. Every breath you take, I am there. Everything is hazy, but I see as far as your eyes can see. Wonder and wonder. I wonder and wonder. I feel your love. I see its depth. You walk down the path. Is it yours or mine? The path, I mean. I can't tell. Is that really you walking or is that me?
Anita! There we go. Yes.
Our next speaker is James Mackay. James Mackay is an assistant professor of British and American fiction at the European University of Cyprus, with a research focus on contemporary Indigenous writing. He is also the co-founder of PeTa. Over to you, James Mackay. James.
I sort of feel like I'm being introduced in Eurovision for some reason. Now I feel that Annetta has never seen Eurovision. Anyway, okay, so the poem is called Dance Show Araklini, Cyprus. And given that we're all in our quarantine state, it's quite nice to remember a warm village night with 100 people sitting around watching this. So, my son swoops, bullet blonde head held high, shoulders rigid, his arms outstretched like eagle wings, Oxford knotted black tie hanging loosely from unbuttoned white collar. He dances Debekiko. 8 years old, brow furrowed with old man concentration, his knees bend, twist, then formally push him up. Backbone ramrod straight with sacred duty, he honours the dance. I, the watching father, Fail to clap to the complex 9/4/9/8 rhythms. Listen as the music winds around him, holds him up, throws him down to his knees with a clap, raises him again. This is not my time. This music was written for soldiers with yataghan swords hanging from their belts, dancing with each other to prove their manliness, or maybe in later times their ability to hold their drink as comrades in arms. Here is history. Ottoman, Zeybek, Turkish, Greek, Muslim, Christian, Anatolia, Smyrna, an inheritance of 1,000 nights spent drinking, crying, tending to the injured, celebrating life. This is not my time. This serious sadness, hawk-eyed with grief and joy, is his alone, holding him upright in the star-filled Cyprus evening as he lordly leads the dance before the village, stumbles once, recovers, finishes, receives the applause with aplomb. He's already in a place that I cannot follow, where cicadas zither their praises, where he stands at home.
You're up, James Mackay.
Thank you. Thank you. Our next speaker is Linda Palian. She is a serial entrepreneur, world-class coach and author, a lifelong advocate of the innate genius, talents, and beauty in people. Over to you, Linda.
Thank you. So this poem is titled, "What's the Nature of Your Disability?" Oh, but the body is willing and able. A loyal student of success, you would think it was cable. My mismatched ambition with inaction makes me unstable. Due to my handicap, my dreams, I fear, may rest a fable. Watch the space, I'm earmarked for success. Thank you, but your faith in me causes me great distress. I have the best intentions, but no follow through, I must confess. You've gone and invested in me. Oh my, what a mess. Because mine is a disabled mind. It's sharp than dull, you know, the unstable kind. Potential without credentials, I fear you'll find. I'm not the type cut out for the grind. For how does one will a will, a steadfast focus that persists still, to face uncertainty without worrying about to face uncertainty without worrying oneself ill. Currently, I'm afraid it's life 1, Linda 0. You asked, what's the nature of my disability? Well, sir, it's that I lack the mental agility. In spite of my worthy cause, I may never join the nobility, for the pursuit of my dreams may well drive me to insanity. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow, wonderful.
Bravo.
Our next speaker is Olga. Olga Ravim is a critically acclaimed writer who loves the arts and has a strong desire to express herself through literature, whether it's through a fairy tale, a poem, or a story. Her books include Stagones Stigmis and O Skufos του Αγίου Βασίλη. Over to you, Olga.
Καλησπέρα, ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ. Θα μοιραστώ μαζί σας 2 μικρά ποίηματα που έχουν σαν κοινό χαρακτηριστικό τους τη θάλασσα σαν σύμβολο. Κολυμπώ, κολυμπώ στο ηχόχρωμά σου, μου λιάζει το δέρμα, το βλέμμα θολό. Βουτάω στο βυθό της σκέψης σου, αφήνομαι στα κύματα των λέξεων. Γεύομαι τους τόνους και τα φωνήεντά σου, αλμυρή η γεύση της σιωπής, μα πιο τερογλυκιά η ανάσα σου. Νανούρισμα. Είναι κάποιες άλλες φορές που δεν θες να κάνεις βουτιές. Θέλεις απλά να είσαι κοντά στη θάλασσα, να την αφήνεις να σου φυλά τα πόδια, να τα χαϊδεύει με τα κύματά της. Κι όμως εσύ δεν θες να φεθείς στην αγκαλιά της, δεν θες το χάδι και το παιχνίδισμά της. Σου αρκεί να στέκεσαι στην άμμο, να γναντεύεις το σώμα της που απλώνεται μπροστά σου. Γίνεται ναζιάρα και σε καλεί. Και εσύ μένεις εκεί, δίπλα της. Κράτησέ της σφιχτά το χέρι, πες της πόσο όμορφη είναι. Τραγούδισέ της το πιο όμορφο τραγούδι. Νανούρισέ την μέχρι να αποκοιμηθεί. Και όταν πια ήρεμη κοιμηθεί στην αγκαλιά σου, κάτω από τα φωτεινά άστρα, να χαμογελάς. 2 δάκρυα χάρισέ της, να γίνει 2 σταγόνες πιο μεγάλη. Και φύγε, πριν την ξυπνήσει η επόμενη αυγή. Ευχαριστώ πολύ.
Olga.
Thank you.
Our next speaker is Omar. Omar al-Sheikh, I'm really sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name, is a Syrian poet and journalist who came to Cyprus a few years ago where he learned Greek at the University of Cyprus. He works in journalism and translation. He has 4 books of poetry in Arabic and is currently working for the nonprofit organization Shark.org, whose aim is to promote pluralism and independent thought throughout the Arab world. Over to you, Omar.
Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ. Είμαι ο Ομάρ Αλσέχ, είμαι 32 ετών, είμαι Σύριος ποιητής και δημοσιογράφος. Και δημοσιογράφος ήρθα στην Κύπρο πριν 5 χρόνια και έμαθα ελληνικά στο Πανεπιστήμιο Κύπρο. Ασχολούμαι με τη δημοσιογραφία και μετάφραση. Έχω εκδώσει 4 ποιητικές συλλογές στα αραβικά και μένω στην Ελλάδα. Θα διαβάζω το ποίημα μου στα αραβικά και μετάφραση στα ελληνικά είναι εδώ. نصف سماء كئيبة قضيت عمراً بالنظر إلى حياتكم دعوتها للجلوس هنا على كأس رميت لها كل الحلوى لأجذب هوسها بالجمال لكن المرارات التي سنقولها كانت أثقل من كحول العالم كانت حياتكم طازجة نشيطة بجراحها وأحلامها كنت أهدي معها كما الآلهة في وقت الأرق ماذا سيبقى من حياتكم سوى ما أريد أن أرسم على هذه الزجاجات أنا أرى وأنتم تتكلمون والوجود يحتاج عيوننا حتى يكون وجوداً سواء كنا في الشيخوخة أو في دفاتر القتلى كانت الحجارة في خيالنا تماثيل تنمو وليلة جاز عابرة استمعت فيها النباتات إلى أيادينا أشجار الزينة ليست وحيدة على شوارع ليلة الميلاد نحن نسعى للأعلى وربما الإله يسعى معنا يشاركنا جسده في روح لا حدود لها على أبواب حياتكم أسطر الخريف وألون جثث النبيذ التعاسة جثة الشهوة وبحر المدينة يقيس ظلالنا بنصف سماء كئيبة. Ευχαριστώ.
Wow. Oh, amazing.
I love that voice.
Bravo,
Love that
Voloria.
voice.
Zoe Piponidis grew up in the Midlands in the UK and now lives in Larnaca, where she teaches English. Her students and the world landscape are a constant source of inspiration. Over to you, Zoe.
Right. Isola. I never thought I'd wear such a showy piece so soon in my life, staring at the world under Orwell's bed springs, fearful of a flash of blue. Helicopter wings spinning, megaphone voices calling, in the dark, in the light. Invisible specks apparently storming my living room. Yet here I am, gazing at a pure night sky, counting silver heartbeats, the velvet silence nudged by a stirring dawn, soon to be embraced by breakfast chatter, flitting from tree to tree, the leafy air you and I may still share. Online text avalanche. Welcome to your first online English lesson. Sorry, Giria, I had a late night last night. Enan lepton nagano do chaimo. I need my tea. Giria, nampugam miss jame. What are you doing, miss? Enen daxi, nadiani sotkyo afka. I always have fried eggs for breakfast. Giria, I'm in a toilet, still in my pajamas. En Najimi Thuman, it's too early for a lesson. Guys, I have a question. Is that a salad you're eating? En dobrojev Giria. Right. Who has a laptop? Giria, mai se lionath gaseri? Nothing better to do, miss? Are you serious? Giria, indalos en naganumen online. Ma deri bezumas, online lessons. Come on, jehumen Netflix, series 2 ladumen. Giria, eho then eho laptop. Eho laptop alai halasen, no money to fix it. Don't worry, guys. If you haven't got a laptop, we'll do the best we can. Greek namilade, nagadalavenumen jemis. It's an English lesson, re. Guys, you can take a photo of your work and send it to me. Ma, en nambenun jabusies. Yes, absences will be noted. What? The end is Giria. If tamborona gano mathima, I have to work. Re, siobate, ebidelu, se yinika saranda da minimada. 40 messages already. Re, mahanede, prebinadu lepso. I can't be online every morning. Online, mishimo, jenambenun jabusies. Please avoid unnecessary texting now. Let's try the Zoom app. Ade, pamena delionume, goriela Zoom, diendudo. Go where it says join a meeting. My nedlini gabue hombrastamu. Use the ID and password I've given you. Abuetna dagrap, so where? Re, postafko budundo mute. She can't hear me. Badado microfono, gemedado aspro bubano. Please do the multiple choice today. Re, estile mas minimano mathematicos. Gemena, maths tomorrow at 9. Ma broin bale. Re, rebedia. Vega lepta elipsa, jeho ogdonda minimada. 80 messages. Galare, eleos. Guys, send me the answers before the lesson tomorrow, please. Sorry I'm late. Are we on Messenger or Viber? If you are late, please read my texts. 170 messages. What did I do? What did I miss? Oof, I have to swipe to the sky to find the exercise. Oh, that's a nice bit of poetry online. Now, our first online Zoom lesson is tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Oi, dobroin, it's too early. Okay, let's make it 3 p.m. Eneshilathos, I love it online. En namboro na bien no toilet, na bin no don gafemo, jetamu bis giria ishes chrono na bais do dialima, en man na yine de na dromenenne, jeblon nondas. Afusa pogore vede do video. Re, en nashi abusies. Guys, see you tomorrow. Re, ma edelios endomatima. Giria, pata end meeting. Yanafef come. Thank you.
Ωραία.
Next up is Aneta. Aneta is a Belarusian Cypriot writer who explores the subjects of migration, feminism, and violence in the everyday. She's the founder of the initiative iPoet and the co-founder of PeTa. Aneta.
My story is called Self-Isolation. There is only one person in front of me, but behind me, the town gathers, a tale tapping not to time, but to the patience of cues under the Cypriot humidity. 6 weeks, and we have already forgotten how to feel in minutes. Instead, I count time in cycles now. It's what Anis encourages us to do. I miss the touch of her presence, sitting in our women's circle, cross-legged, knee to knee, listening to the breath of the room, the scent of ourselves on the tips of our fingers as we gently brush eyes, first, second, third, lips, chest, down across our stomachs, and there we linger over the core of memory, as Anis likes to call them. When we struggle, Anis will trace her own fingers across the paths of our bodies, push against our stiffness, resistance, until the pain becomes something we crave, a space opened, a clearing magnified. Now, there is no touch, only her voice cutting out between a weak internet connection and the loneliness of my own room. Only the echo of my bare feet, back and forth, listening to the shadow of myself, echoes of moments ago. Some days I will venture out onto the balcony and watch the occasional passerby below, the garbage men having bags on the back of the truck, the old couple walking their yapping poodle, the kid sitting on his bike, watching grass grow across the street. Occasionally, I see Dustin on the far side of the street, walking his mother's dog. I tell myself I am grateful that he doesn't venture past my balcony. I wouldn't know what to do. I'm not appropriate like that. Would I have to wave or ignore him? Call out? Or pretend he's just another body walking past? Scenery. It wasn't that he was all that disinteresting, nor was I pretending those days we were together. But I had criteria, and he was, unfortunately, the wet kisser type, just like his mother's dog. And that had me wondering one night whether that was who he'd been practicing on. And I spiraled, spending far too many hours sitting up late one night, making up scenarios in my head of us three being in bed, me, Dustin, and the dog, and wondering what he used to get up to when my eyes were closed. And it was his mother's dog, and I couldn't help thinking if that was who he was thinking about, us three in bed, and his mother on the other side of the door, shaking the dog biscuit packet and in her high-pitched voice screeching, "Does Baba want treats? Does Baba want treats?" I have my own kinks. But just then, I pretended his were too much for me. So I ended it through a text. But these days, I miss having someone around. Even if it is Dustin with his sloppy mouth and slobbery dog. Especially today, the goddess gift day. Elena, the redhead who used to sit opposite me during our Tuesday gatherings, the once quiet night receptionist, on her own day, danced to the moon naked with some Argentinian sergeant she'd met at a salsa party. And then there was Shenna, oh God, Shenna, who had her husband drink last cycle's flow mixed with a bit of red wine. And she had come alive watching him drink her up. And Anis would praise us all and say, "Take it all, sisters, eat them all up." It was easy to say then, not now, when even the usual winks that follow you down aisles of cereal and rice are too afraid to catch your eye, as if this virus can be transmitted through one's gaze. But I want it, that feeling of skin upon skin. I start to tear at pieces of the glove along my index finger before it is my turn to walk into the supermarket. There is my pulse through the slit of the glove, a ticking, heat that is so unlike the indifference of latex. There are my footsteps again, the sliding doors, the stretching out of my hands, the opening up of my palms, the whole and all, and the hand of the security guard, gloves and all, stretching out to pour antiseptic gel into the cup I formed. His movements appear mechanical, a day's job, the in, a squirt, and an out. But as he pulls back, the bottle slips and his hand jerks. Such a small movement. It may have gone unnoticed, but for the sudden glide of skin upon skin, the slit of my glove and the cut of his own, the sweaty palm, rougher than I expected, but it is warm. So unlike the coldness of walls I've become accustomed to now. This is real skin, the pulsing of someone else's heart. Just a touch, hardly a moment, and it is soon gone with the sharp coolness of an apology. I move away, and that is that. Back at home, I lie in silence in the center of my room, and I wonder, what if this is it? What if we can never touch another body again? I try to trace the paths of my body with my fingers, but I soon get lost. Instead, I curl up into a ball and roll onto my side, waiting for the cycle to move on, thinking, just a touch, just one touch. Thank you.
Bravo.
Thank you. Thank you. I like
Very
it a
nice.
lot. Very nice, Aneta.
Thank you, Aneta.
Yes.
Maria Goro, a PhD in musicology with specific interest in sociology, relentlessly escaping and negotiating society through her two refuges, music and writing. Her latest novella, Schiamada, is, in her own words, something. Definitely something. Maria Goro.
Thank you so much, Argyris. I'm going to read my poem, Pende, tonight. Αν δεν είχα διάβγεια μέσα σε τον ησύχηση, ήταν άπλωνα το χέρι μου κάποιος να με τραβήσει. Μα νιώθω διαστραμμένα ασφαλής, όπως βουλιάζω σε έναν άγνωστο βυθό. Ένα θυμούμαι να ήταν καλύτερα όταν τα πόθηκια μου επατούσαν πάνω σε βάθρο σταθερό, όμως θυμούμαι. Τότε που εγίνηκε μονόδρομος η ομίχλη, έκλαψα σε έναν καναπέ. Και αντί για στήριξη να μαστιγώσαμε με λέξεις. Σε φοβούμαι. Εσύ είσαι πάντα μια χαρά. Τούτη είναι η πραγματικότητα. Σιγά. Σε ελεύθερη μετάφραση, είσαι δαμέ για να αδειάς, σε βάστουρες ισορροπίες. Και αν θέλεις κάποιον να σε ακούει, είσαι σε λάθος καναπέ. Σε λάθος ήμουν. Ήμουν το λάθος. Πού να το ξέρω. Ξέρω πως πλέον με πειράζει. Μα κάτι νύχτες που μου παίζουν ανυπόφορα παιχνίδια. Φορεί ο χρόνος πάνω στα πόθηκια του κάτι ασήκωτα βαρύθια και έντζιλα. Γι' αυτόν και εγώ, μες στη διάβια αντισυχήσης μου, έκαμα ένα σύστημα δικό μου. Σπάζω τη νύχτα σε πεντάρκα και ούλο μετρώ. Άλλοι λαλούν το αιμονή. Εγώ λαλώ το σεβασμό στον αριθμό. Αφού το 5 είναι η βαθμίδα της ζωής μου. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ιστορίες που θέλω να σας πω. 5 επί 2 χρόνια πεταμένα σε νησιά. 5 χαρτιά που έγιναν εισιτήρια και εκείνα τα άχρηστα, τα άριστα, πάντα παράγωγα του 5. Και πολλαπλάσια του 5 όλα τα ψέματα και οι πισόπλατες οι μαχαιριές που πενταμέτρητες λυκοφιλίες. 5 επί άπειρον η υπομονή μου. Τόση και η επιμονή και το κουράγιο μου που με εγκατέλειψε. 5 επί άπειρον επί 0. Πόσα πεντάρκα χρειάζονται για να κουντήσω τον τη νύχτα. Τα σεντόνια είναι αμμόνια και γύρω μου είναι απλωμένη μαύρη πίσσα. Ούλην τη μέρα καρτερώ να χωστώ στο καταφύγιο και άμα βρεθώ μες στο κρεβάτι ξεκινά άλλο μαρτύριο. Να σηκωθώ, εν έφτασα ακόμα να αγαπώ τόσο την κόλαση. Λυπήθουμε αϊπνία. Απόψε χρειάζομαι όσον τίποτε γίνει την ψευδαίσθηση της λύθης. Έχω ανάγκη λίγο θάνατο, ασέν και τεχνητό. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, εξημέρωσε. Πάμε να φύγουμε. Δεν μπορώ να σηκωθώ. Εν ελεύθερη πτώση, το αλεξίπτω των κλειστών. Πάμε να φύγουμε. Δεν μπορώ να πιεις το χάπι σου. Θέλω. Μα έχεις κατάθλιψη, έχω δουλειά. Έχεις κατάθλιψη, έχω δουλειά. Έχεις κατάθλιψη, έχω δουλειά. Έχεις κατάθλιψη, έχω δουλειά. Έχεις κατάθλιψη. Έχω διάβια. Τούτος ο κόσμος εγκάμνει για μένα. Πάμε να φύγουμε. Μα έχεις δουλειά. Έχω κατάθλιψη. Έχεις συνάντηση. Σε λίγη ώρα. Σήκω και εντύθου να γίνεις όμορφη. Φορείς τη μάσκα σου. Και με ξεχάσεις. Χαμογέλα. Ευχαριστώ.
Μπράβο, Μαρία, power!
Πολλά ωραίο, πολλά ωραίο. Τέλεια που τα στα κυπριακά.
Ναι, ναι. I love it.
Ruda is a tormented human being looking for a way out of the regular. She's a holistic therapist and shares stories of the continuing adventures of Mr. Bingles. Over to you, Ruda.
Hello, everyone. So this one is the first story. It's called Meeting Mr. Bingles. And here it goes. Once an addict, always an addict. So I thought to myself that evening, when the air was standing still, the big brown ant was scouting the place and me just sitting there with only one desire, to watch the hallucinatory stories of other people on the internet. This was happening all summer, since June, this spinning wheel of escapism, laying also inactively on the couch with a mind so actively engaged in feeding the dream demon of real and fictional information, which chews on one's brain like a snack. And then, as I was ready to immerse myself into deep waters of data, Mr. Bingles showed up, just materialized on the kitchen's window pane. Just like that, he was sitting there, a peculiar cat-like creature with deep yellow eyes and camper's cap on a head. Get up, comrade, Mr. Bingles whispered in a cranky voice. The battle is upon us. You must join. Looking at him, surprised I was not, because it was the 97th day of continuous heat wave, which melted the reality into one seamless experience. Tell me more about the battle, Mr. Bingles, I asked. Must be the hell of a good reason for me to move from this sticky couch, the only place where I can be completely safe yet observe all the madness of the world happening. Forests burning, mothers killing their sons, the rich scamming the poor, a man poisoning 8 hedgehogs in Ayanapa. The 3D experience, as one may call, death, dying, and destruction. And there is more. There is so much more that it is endless. Yet there you are, a stranger, and not really real someone asking me to go and fight. Why? What for? Please tell me. There was no wordy answer coming from Mr. Bingles, who just sat there and fixed his gaze right into my eyes. Moments passed, the silence between us stretched. The heart was pumping inside anxiously, and time laid heavy on my shoulders. The way this creature was looking at me was not at me, but more like through me, into this cocoon inside me, surrounding me. Cocoon made from thick wool of screams for help, suicidal impotence, absurd critiques, shouting fears, dark primordial instincts, life wasted, dreams sinking. He stared at all this. That intense stare of his enabled me to see it all too, somehow. After a while, unable to go on, I closed my eyes and I howled in the dark. So did Mr. Bingles. It's all there, birdie, it's all there. And I am your chance of escape. Your only chance, perhaps. Get ready, I will check on you soon, uttered he, and disappeared into the night. That was the first time I met Mr. Bingles, and I was left feeling rather uneasy. Thank you.
Very good. Ο Αντώνης Αγαπάτη Μπιέση και ασχολείται γράφοντας τα δικά του. Κάποτε έμερα, κάποτε ελεύθερα. Τον διακρύει η αγάπη του προς την φύση και ο μοναδικός τρόπος σκέφτεται. Αντώνης, έτοιμος?
Λέξεις απλές, σκέψεις βαθιές, αργές αναπνοές. Ζούμε σήμερα, πεθάναμε ψες, σαν εμπριστές ονείρο. Ένα γραμμάριο φαντασίας σήκωσε τον τόνο της πραγματικότητας. Δεν ξέρω αν είναι όνειρο στο ξύπνιο, η φαντασία μες στον ύπνο μου. Σαν φίδια τριβώνουν στα κεφάλια, σαν αφρικήματος σβήνουν στη στεριά, κι οι συλλογισμοί σε κοιμίζουνε τα βράδια, κι οι άριθμοι παλμοί σου σπρώχνουν την καρδιά. Κάνω τους κτύπους στίχους, τις ανάσες μου στροφές, σχεδίασα το αύριο σε τείχους, κάποιου μου τζουρωμένου χθες. Τοποθετώ αστέρια, σε ουρανούς που δεν ζυγώνω, όσα κι εγώ με νυχτέρια και τ' άλλα που κρυώνω. Κι ατοπία, κι ουσίες, κι λεφτά. Ομορφότερη αίσθηση είναι το να νιώθεις, να αγαπάς, τολμάς. Δεν με νοιάζει και το ακούν, με ξητάρει και το αισθάνονται. Κι κοιτάνε τα πουλιά να πετούν, κι μυρίζουν αθούς της λεμονιάς. Κι αφήνονται στην άμετρη θάλασσα, κοιτώντας ουρανό. Κι θέλουν τα παιδιά να γελούν, με το πάθος τους ενέχειρο, τον κόσμο αναγεννούν. Αυτοί με νοιάζουν, για αυτούς γράφω. Κάπου γράφω και για αυτήν, όσο έχει νερό το χώμα μου, όσο η ποίηση με βγάζει από το σώμα μου. Thank you.
Μπράβο!
Αντώνη.
Maureen McRae is a British Arab writer who works as a communication consultant and lives as an artist. Since moving to Cyprus, which she calls her creative playground, a year and a half ago, she's acted, written scripts for film and a play, as well as many poems, some of which she has performed during PeTa evenings, both offline and on. Maureen.
Thank you, Abdiri. I'm going to recite two poems today. One I'm particularly excited about because it is one of the first poems I wrote in Arabic. I usually write in English, so it's short, but for me, very sweet experience. And then there's a short translation. And then after that, I will read my longer poem. Just a teeny introduction. This poem was written to an artist friend of mine, a Syrian artist friend of mine, whose name is Tariq. And I have a piece of his art on my wall. He paints nude women. So this is something I sent him recently. أين نساؤك يا طارق؟ العاريات الضعيفات الشجاعات المغريات اللواتي من رسوماتك تتعلق على جدراني. هل أخذتهم معك إلى دمشق؟ إلى هناك حيث قلبي يعيش وجسدي لا يجرؤ أن يصلها. كم سوف يكن محظوظات إذا استمتعنا بنشوة التنفس على جبل قاسيون، التنزه في حديقة تشرين، والشرب في نادي مرمر. أتمنى أن يكن بأمان، وأنك لا تزال تنشئهن بحب، بشغف، باشتهاء. The translation is, where are your women, Tariq? The nude, vulnerable, brave, sexy women of your drawings that hang on my walls. Did you take them with you back to Damascus, to where my heart remains, but my body dare not enter? How lucky they would be to enjoy the ecstasy of a breath over Mount Qasyoun, a walk through Tishreen Park, a drink at the bar of Marmar. I hope they are safe and that you continue to create them with love, with passion, in rapture. And now for my longer, saucier poem. Okay. I hear your breath by my ear, feel your lips on my neck, resist the force of your fingers pulling at my hair. Exalted, exhausted, I let go and descend towards the earth with the strength and grace of a dancer, holding your body and letting you go until I am but a puddle at your feet. You press against me gently, firmly. I feel you in a rush to my head, a rush between my thighs. With your index finger, you draw circles on my stomach, then plug my navel, that special place from which I was nourished. You seek my memories, my thoughts. You want to own me. You just met me, yet you want to know me forever. Unable to penetrate my soul, my past, you focus on my body, my future. You move your finger up the center of my rib cage as it reaches my neck. You wrap your hand gently around it and squeeze. You put your thumb in my mouth, behind my teeth, and pull my face towards you. My eyes closed, my mouth open, my breath betrays me, telling you I am yours. As my lips near your lips, I open my eyes. Now you see them. The memories you sought to explore, to exploit, the innocence and the guilt of a woman who has loved and been loved, hurt and been hurt. A reel of my life plays through your pupil. You're hooked, I'm intoxicated. You can feel it in the moisture on your fingers, exploring the crevices of my mouth, wide open, asking you to take me. In my eyes, you see memories of pain, of loss, but brush them aside as your hand makes its way south of my waist in search of moisture. You whisper in my ear, do you want me? You are between my ears, between my thighs, between my skin and the air. Yes, I want you. I am in love with you, as one may fall in love with an artist or writer when first they chance upon them, wanting to explore every brushstroke, every word without expectation or thought for tomorrow. I want to discover you, delight in you, devour you today. I want you how I want you, but please leave me be. Let me focus on something, anything besides your lips, your fingers, your words. In an act of kindness, consideration, tenderness, treachery, you tell me you will go so that I may grow. Your words, once a source of nourishment, leave me wilted. My seeds in your soil, yours in mine. What beautiful flowers we made. I don't want to be plucked, packaged, presented, and pleasing to the masses. I want to stay here with you, basking in the sun, protected in your shade, enjoying your sweet caresses, your delicate smell. Let us not be two roses consumed with pride and vanity, but a bush of the wildest, most jubilant bougainvillea, supporting each other, growing together, excitedly and innocently taking over the garden, the world. You return, telling me of your plan to wither into the sand so that I may consume you, content in the knowledge that inside of me, you would continue to be. You needn't go, mustn't leave. I crave your sustenance more than I crave the sun. Me consuming you, you inside of me. What delicious thoughts, feelings. Come with me. Come with me. Thank you.
Give it up for Reem. Give it up for Reem. Next up. Okay, so I asked people for bios, and I asked Michelangelo for a bio, and he sent me this. I will do it justice. Michelangelo and Lesos. Retrogrades furiously, continuously upon the steep, insizable, sultry shaft of the numerous and sublime wisdom, encapsulated thus by the reclincted maxim, masturbation is a true perception of the soul. Also, he's my poetry slam brother, and he's my parents' favorite, Michael fucking Angelo.
Congratulations for keeping a straight face, the straightest face I've ever seen, man. That was brilliant. Nice to see you guys all. It's very nice to see you all dressed up, dolled up, you know, with everything and everything. You look very exquisite I understand that this is like a best-of our poems, but I'm going to be slightly religious right now, and I'm going to read a new one which I wrote, which obviously is going to be the best of which I wrote. Think of it as relationships. Each new relationship is the best as it was in online. So the poem, again, the latest poem is the best of what has come before. This is called Αϊπνίες. Κλείνω τα φώτα, τα μάτια και τραβάω τις κουρτίνες της ψυχής να ανοίξουν. Περιμένω, μπας και μου δείξουν κάτι το άξιο προσοχής, για να έχω το κάτι της να λέω σαν με ρωτήσουν «Τι έκανες στον ύπνο σου, Γιαννάκη?» «Νιώθω πάντα σαν παιδάκι», απαντώ. «Μόνο στο σκοτάδι το πηχτό και γελώ. Με τα δικά μου τα τερτύπια, τα φανταστικά του μυαλού τα παιχνίδια, τραγελαφικά. Κάπως θέλω να ξεφύγω από τα καθημερινά, τα φορτικά και σε κάποια λύθη να αράξω, παρηγορητικά. Τραβάω σκεπάσματα, σεντόνια, κλωτσάω, άγρια και απειλητικά, όλα τα δαιμόνια, τα φαντάσματα να διώξω μια για πάντα, τελειωτικά, που μου γεμίζουν τα όνειρα με σχήματα αιχμηρά, βασανιστικά. Κρατάνε, λένε, τα προσχήματα, σαν μου μιλάνε ψιθυριστά, αποκρυφιστικά, για κρυμμένα μεγαλεία και μέρες μελλοντικές. Γεμάτες με ιαχές, δυνατές, πολεμικές, με στείνουν στα κεραμίδια, μου ζαλίζουν τα αρχίδια με υποσχέσεις δελεαστικές, υπόσχονται στιγμές ανεπανάληπτες, τιμές βασιλικές. Μου δείχνουν πώς θα φαίνομαι βουτυγμένος σε υπάρξεις άκρως θελκτικές, δελεαστικές, με πυροβολούν εξ επαφής στον κρόταφο, μου ρίχνουν ένα κόλαφο καταληκτικό και εγώ, παιδί χαζό, παιδί κουτό, λέω και ένα ευχαριστώ, ειλικρινές, σταράτο, γιατί έχω μπροστά μου πιάτο γεμάτο με φαντασιώσεις σεξουαλικές και νομίζω πως κατέχω δεξιότητες πολλές, πως μπορώ να ξεγυρίσω όλες τις αναστολές, να κατακτήσω ερωμένες πολλές, παθιασμένες, άγριες, αχόρταγες, λυσασμένες, τρελές, που να ζητάνε να ρουφήξουν όλες μου τις εξάρσεις, όλες μου τις ορμές, να ικανοποιήσουν όλες μου τις προστριβές, τις αιώνια νυχτερινές. Γυρνάω τα βλέφαρα μπρος πίσω, κλειδώνω τον κόσμο πίσω από ένα τοίχο. Μονάχος στο στρώμα, μονάχος στο σώμα, θα ήταν αλήθεια, μεγάλη βοήθεια, να μην ξυπνήσω ποτέ από τέτοιο κόμμα, να μην νουθετήσω κανένα κανόνα, παρά μόνο να αδειάσω εντελώς το μυαλό, χώρο να αφήσω μονάχα για μένα και για αυτό που ποτέ δεν θα γίνει απτό. Να λιώσω για πάντα σε πλέγμα καυτό, ειδονικό, να γεύομαι κόλους, μουνιά, μπούτια και στήθια, παλινδρομώντας ασύστολα σε κόσμο ονειρικό, να γράφω για πάντα με χέρι νεκρό της ψωλής τα παραμύθια. Ευχαριστώ.
Michelangelo.
Μπράβο σου, ρε.
Ευχαριστώ, παιδιά.
Thank you, Michelangelo. Okay, next up. Paula Ganosavidis lives in Cyprus with 4 males and her cocker spaniel. She stays sane by keeping busy with work, family, theatre, poetry, and TV shows. She endeavors to feed her kids 3 times a day. In the future, she fancies herself as a Somalian. Paula, thank you. Over to you.
So this is a tribute poem, and it is called Baby Benedict. In the still, warm room, amid timid beeps and whooshing noises, there is a silence, pale and yellow, that crowds the room, as if the floor and walls are clad with puffy pillows, the thickness of it making me sluggish. Beyond the window, the highest branches of a damp, blackened sycamore stretch out towards me, limbs stripped bare of leaves, adorned with only a flimsy stole of snow. I listen to plops of frozen rain as they fall to the ground below, slushy thuds forming a strange symphony, sounds that slip in through a window that's not quite closed. You lie there, day after day, your arms flapping about, struggling like a beetle that's fallen on its back. Your fat baby hands pull and tug at the gauze that binds your wrists to the bars of your bed, the shuffling of your feet, against the hospital sheet, barely audible amongst the muted clatter. They laid you out like a crucifix to stop you pulling at the tube that protrudes from beneath your chin like a necktie. You are rendered silent in exchange for air, singled out amongst babies as the one with no voice, the one who never cries. And one day your body relents. I pass by your weeping mother crumpled in the arms of a nurse as I return from the coffee machine with a cold cappuccino. Soon your picture will appear on the wall in the waiting room with all the other silenced children, winged and smiling.
Bravo.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you, Paula.
That was hard.
Thank you. Another good reason to take a breath. Okay. Manuela Mavmihaly is an artist, writer, educator, and poet. She exhibited her artwork for the Middle East and has recently completed her first novel. She placed second in Poetry Slam Final in Cyprus in 2019 and has performed her poetry in Athens, Cyprus, and at literary festivals and poetry conferences. She also runs successful intuitive art and storytelling workshops for refugees in Greece, specifically unaccompanied minor girls, giving them an opportunity and platform to be seen and heard and to tell their story. Manuela, c'est yours.
Thank you. Thank you. This time is entitled Red. I was never going to be an old lady, if you know what I mean. Varicose veins, back problems, passive-aggressive love, whiplashing you into place, layering guilt like lashings of honey butter on freshly baked cornbread at Thanksgiving. Θυμήθηκες τη μάνα σου, πώς και το κάνες. Θα πέθανα και χαπάρι δεν θα παίρνες. No, I was never going to be that old lady. I was going to be Mother Earth, sitting in a lotus, wearing flower crowns, eating organic avocado chocolate tarts, serene smile painted upon my lips with delicate sfumato brushstrokes, my hand outstretched like Jesus, while masses dipped their heads to receive benediction from a sage matriarch. That's the future I envisioned. But I fear I don't have it in me. I seem unable to age gracefully. In fact, I think I might be aging rather disgracefully. Where once I had a filter whereby I'd just roll my eyes while thinking, what a tosser. Now the words just spew out of my mouth like projectile vomit after an overly zealous girls' night out. And in addition to losing that fine red-hot vindaloo, I've lost my ability to give a shit. I find pleasure in swearing the words taste luscious in my mouth, full and delectable. I love the piercing volume of finger whistling, sitting with my legs spread wide, laughing out loud, drinking beer from a bottle, and other such unladylike behavior. Perhaps this is a result of decades of sitting with legs crossed, mouth stopped, being agreeable and smiling, putting everyone at ease, even after yet another inappropriate advance or comment. Perhaps I am fed up with all the shaming from society. Perhaps I've tamed myself because no one likes an angry woman. My passions bridled because I never wanted to be labeled hysterical or a tart. Maybe it's because I've diminished myself so that no one could feel uncomfortable around me. Yes, women, we have been trained well, but I, for one, have had enough. You see, there's less of my life. I have to prioritize and be selective with the type of bullshit I am willing to listen to. Perhaps it's because I'm tired of being restricted and held in my place that I find bras Impossible. Clothes, while necessary, less is definitely more. Diets, who the fuck has time for that? Or the energy to waste on it? I have ADD. If I'm going to concentrate really hard on something, it's going to be to write, paint, or achieve as many orgasms as I can. You see, one should definitely suck all the marrow out of life. While there is still some marrow to suck. Screw practical / hideous shoe apparel. I am going to my grave in 5-inch red stilettos, because if I am going to kick the arse out of life, I'm going to do it in scarlet fuck me heels. Screw dressing appropriately. I know what that means. It means dressing invisibly. Are women over 40 too much of an eyesore? Oh, I'm sorry. Do my less than perky boobs not do it for you? Not get you off at night? Sorry for the inconvenience, but I quit. This is my letter of resignation. I am no longer your sex toy. Unless I choose to be, of course. I'm no longer your wanking material by default, i.e. because I am a woman. Enough. I am done. I quit. I resign. I am tearing up all those unspoken contracts about being a woman, being ladylike and respectable. You can find someone else to do that job. I, for one, I'm determined to paint my lips a carnal red. Age appropriateness be damned. Wear a skimpy bikini, or better yet, nothing at all. Neither ashamed nor particularly proud of my curves and rolls. I'm going to uncross my legs and woman spread. I'm allowed to take up space. Dance barefoot when I kick off my heels at a club, the dirt caking under my feet, unladylike, unsexy, unclassy, unsanitary, undone, unfucking believably fun. And I might just start smoking, just so I can dangle a fag from my lips while I'm at it. Because the reality is, no, I'm not mellowing in my old age like a fine wine. I'm festering like a stinky blue cheese, because I am done, kaput, finished from the aging gracefully bullshit club. I have defaulted, defected, deserted, and this is my final letter of resignation, effective immediately. Thank you.
Bravo.
You know, one more time for Manuela. Sebastian Chrysostom is a singer, songwriter, and self-proclaimed shy guy with a guitar who has now broken free. He blew us away with his first ever live performance last year of the song Lifted and New Moon, and frankly hasn't stopped since, unless for buying a few cans of Guinness along the way. He's also a top bloke. Okay, Sebastian, ready?
I'm just a simple country girl is what I am.
You're just a simple country girl.
This one is a brand new one. It's called Let's Take a Little Drive. It's fresh. Let's take a little drive to somewhere we don't know, and we can leave it all behind and head for the open road. And we've rolled out the dice and luck is on our side. You see it and so do I.
looks like a brand new day. It's our time to shine, and there's nothing in our way. It's our time to shine, and this moment's here to stay. Let's take a little drive into a new life, and maybe we will find a piece of paradise. Do you see the silver line? We're on our way to find. It's our time to shine, and there's nothing in our way. It's our time to shine, and this moment's here to stay. If it's morning, just wait on the feeling inside. And if we don't want it, we'll just get in our car and drive. It's our time to shine, and there's nothing in our way. It's our time to shine, yeah, and this moment's here to stay.
Sebastian! That's it. That's it. Finished.
It's recording.
Start recording.
If you have made it this far, thank you. We hope you have enjoyed our little slice of PeTa. If any of our beautiful artists have touched your heart, do reach out to them and send them a small note of encouragement, love, or some food for thought. All their details will be listed in the description of this video. For now, that is all from me, and I hope to see you at our next open mic on or offline.
PeTa, wraps it up. PeTa, PeTa. Take care.
We can leave it all behind.
Okay, so everybody, hands up, please. And if you can't get in camera, and give everyone a virtual hug. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, it's so nice.
Thank you, guys, girls, everyone. That was a good night. Thank you.
Thank you.
So is Sebastian playing?
All right, I need to go to the toilet one sec. Sorry.
We'll edit that out.
And there's nothing in our way. It's our time to shine, yeah, and this moment's here to stay. Let's take a little drive into a new life, and maybe we will find a piece of paradise. Do you see is here to stay. The road keeps giving as every mile is behind to a new beginning. Let's sit here and watch it unwind. It's our time to shine, and there's nothing in our way. It's our time to shine.